Welcome, welcome everyone to the Center for Spiritual Living, Chico. This down quietly. I'm Crystal Lively, and I'm a licensed practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living. And I'm glad to see you all here. It's good to see the people here with me, and all of the others joining on the internet. So welcome. I get the pleasure of providing a little meditative space here in the morning before our inspiration. So today I chose to use something out of this book. This is the book again that we've been kind of referencing for the last couple of weeks. So it's called Whatever Arises, Love That by Matt Kahn. And so what I'm going to read a little bit in here, set us up, then we'll do a little meditative breathing, centering, and then I'll read a little bit more while you're in that meditative state, and then we'll come back and enjoy each other in between. So this is about chapter 5 is where I pulled out this information. So here we go. Matt Kahn says, in the practice of loving whatever arises, the heart isn't always the part of the body calling for attention. While the heart can always remain your central point of focus, it's helpful to unravel the nervous system by sending love to an overactive mind. Your goal is not to wrestle your mind into submission or pry your heart open with any degree of force. Spirituality shouldn't be confused with obedience training. The invitation is that it has been sent to you is to recognize everything, including the activity of your mind, as an opportunity to love. And so as part of Matt's process of understanding human suffering and applying love, he explored the idea of ego and its role. And in that process, he said, he asked the question, what is ego really? And the answer he got was, ego is the imaginary identity of an overstimulated nervous system. So I found that concept interesting. I'm going to read it again. Ego is the imaginary identity of an overstimulated nervous system. So I'm going to read a bit more. He says, I came to discover that the source of a closed heart, a noisy mind, low self-esteem, or an out-of-control ego is an overstimulated nervous system. Another sign of an overstimulated nervous system is shallow breathing. The breath that is shallow is the nervous system that is overstimulated. As your breath slows and deepens, the mind is returned to silence while the heart is permitted to open. Simply by taking several mini breathing breaks throughout the day, you cultivate an ability to feel instinctively safe wherever you go. So now I'm going to have us do a little mini breathing meditative that's here in the book and experience that so we can take that out into our life. So this is a breathing meditation that he says is a potent healing exercise. So I invite you to close your eyes if you haven't already and to settle into yourself, bringing your awareness to your breath. And as he mentions, slowing your breath can provide support to an overstimulated nervous system and or relax and ease your ego. If you're unsure how to slow or deepen your breath, just inhale through your nostrils in a more relaxed way than usual. It might feel like you're taking the time to savor the in-breath, as if there's something fragrant to smell. Notice how the breath instinctively slows when your inhale is drawn inward like a sweet aroma. Once your inhale reaches its natural peak, simply pause for a moment and then let the breath out gently through your mouth. You can imagine the exhale like a child slowly blowing bubbles out through a drinking straw. Again, draw the breath in through your nostrils. Hold it for just a moment, and then gently exhale through your mouth. By breathing in through your nostrils, you welcome in the delicious fragrance of your divinity. Holding the breath for a moment to savor the magnificence of life. And then letting it out as blessings of compassion, joy, and ease for one and all. Meditative practices such as this mindful breath can be a spiritual practice that supports all. As you sit here in a meditative state, I will read a bit more about breath and how it supports you and others in your life. As your breath slows, you are liberated from a tendency to control the behavior of others, no longer insisting that harmony is when people match your vibration of consciousness. Requiring anyone to meet you where you are is an easy way to forget the unique journey of others. While you may have encountered obstacles that were easy for you to face, the same obstacles could be insurmountable challenges in someone else's life. While it is understandable to desire someone else to meet you at a complementary frequency in order to connect, it's important to take the time to breathe slower than they are breathing, so that you are able to experience your own vibration of consciousness instead of being sucked into their unresolved patterns. An easy way to recognize the speed of someone's breath is by listening to how quickly they speak. Shallow breathing tends to elicit fast talking as well as lack of enunciation. By slowing down the pace of your words, you're freed from the need to rush sentences together in an attempt to have a final say. When in the presence of someone who seems defensive, distracted, or unable to meet you in an open-hearted manner, just speak more slowly and breathe more deeply to become a better listener in their life than they may be for themselves. The greater interest you show in others, without needing to interrupt anything they say, the more you allow them to feel authentically seen and heard. This increases the likelihood that they will find the motivation to hear and see themselves more often. It is important to remember that no one is capable of taking a genuine interest in you until they become the one who offers themselves the support, kindness, and care they yearn to discover. This helps you see your interactions with others as opportunities to slow your breath and practice active listening as an engaged form of meditation. By savoring your words, slowing down your breath, listening with greater interest, and gifting others with your personal love statement, you anchor a higher vibration of consciousness. As that occurs, you invite the subconscious mind of another to do their best to match your frequency, instead of getting pulled into its patterns of unknowingly matching the speed of their words or shallowness of their breath. Along a heart-centered path, a conversation is an opportunity to be more aligned with your true innocent nature. It is a chance to practice speaking to others the words you'd like to hear more often, and listening at a deeper level than others may have heard you before. Because your subconscious mind doesn't recognize the difference between the words you say to yourself and the words you speak to another, conversations become an essential way to rewrite your inner programming while gifting others with the compliments that support their healing. Whether you're engaging with children, interacting with relatives, or meeting the ongoing demands of work, each environment has been created by the universe to help you transform so you can live in harmony as the love that you are. So I welcome you back, and I look forward to having conversations with you in between now and Inspiration, and thank you. I believe Reverend Andy has some wonderful words to share with us at, 10 o'clock. Thank you.